2nd and 6. Quick hitter here. It's complete. 7 yards there and a first down.
One down, only about 500 more to go this season. He would certainly welcome most of his passes this year going as well as that. Now that the first one is over, time to settle into a groove and begin the long journey towards Week 18 and hopefully the playoffs.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. That one good for 13 and a Charger first. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Back to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on 1st down on the sack.
Well, on that one, they go with a play fake, CD, but I don't think anybody really was fooled. All eyes were fixated on the quarterback, and they got him to the ground.
And to run this play successfully, you've got to make sure that everyone is doing their part. You actually have to sell this play. You've got to sell the run action. Otherwise, why do you stop at the running back? You just run straight for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
They'll look to throw. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Looking to throw. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th.
Well, that's the 2nd time he's been sacked so far in the first half. And if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so he can throw the football.
On is the Chargers punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. And the punt will kick out of bounds, and it'll be spotted inside the 30-yard line. Kansas City taking the field for their 2nd drive. They went 3 and out on their first drive of the new season. Not an ideal beginning as they start drive number 2, 1st and 10. Dancing to his left. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
I do think it's fair to say that they were caught off guard a little bit when he decided not to throw it on 1st down. But give them credit. They recovered in time to deny him the 1st down yardage. But it's only 2nd and short. So that run is still likely to lead to a new set of downs.
And that's going to be a Chiefs 1st down as he'll get this up to about the 42.
2nd and 1 and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the 1st down.
And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up 2nd down.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
2nd and long. Under pressure, they got him again. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. And now that brings up 4th down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center. A 41-yard punt, 9 on the return, and it'll be Charger football here as they take over. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
And I can see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
3rd and 4.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
Throw out wide is incomplete.
Yeah, it's still early in the game. No sense taking a chance on 3rd down and forcing one into traffic. So I like the wise play he made there. Get it to the sideline out of bounds where no one's going to have a chance at it.
And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. Fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it's Chiefs football. 1st and 10. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Wide open receiver complete. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
I don't care who you put on him, he's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
And that's exactly what you want on a 1st down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
And he'll be close to a 1st down at the Chargers 33. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on 3rd down. Aiken, the man in motion. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Chiefs 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That's a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the 1st down.
They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Back to throw here. Pass incomplete.
So many times we've seen him try to escape the pocket and do something with his legs, but in this case, the pressure was too intense, and he made the wise choice to just get rid of the football and make sure no one was going to get it.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Chiefs 1st down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3. We're scoreless after 1. Second quarter from Arrowhead. It's the Chiefs in possession. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against?
Defense.
So they don't even need to run a 2nd down play. Give them the 1st.
And typically when we see this jumping,
Automatic
is it usually
1st down.
3rd down, 4th down? They got him on 2nd down. I think that's a lack of discipline.
So now from half the distance closer, here's 1st and goal. He'll drop to throw. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Taking it in from 2 yards out.
And the Chiefs post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter.
What an effort there. Sometimes you hold your breath a bit when you see your quarterback diving for the end zone. You don't want him to land on a shoulder wrong or take a big shot. But he looks none the worse for wear here, and that winds up a touchdown.
Extra point right down the middle, and that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more.
How to approach this. Third down and 16 yards to go.
They'll set up to throw. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
But he continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure. And these sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
On is the Chargers punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And look at this starting field position. That'll be touchdown inside the 30-yard line. The Chiefs offense now making their way back onto the field.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
This one brought in by Aiken. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. In motion goes the tight end. Back to throw now on first down. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Here's 2nd and 2 now from the 3.
Back to throw again. And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. From 3 yards out.
And the Chiefs go up by 2 touchdowns. Good throw there, and I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but he looks a lot more comfortable in his second season.
You can tell he put the work in the offseason, and what I mean by that is understanding the playbook. Not just the plays and how to execute them, but how to do it against a variety of defenses. Also understands his team better, what they can and cannot do. You can see the confidence rising in him as he plays.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make the score 14-0. So that drive, 4 plays, and it's capped off with a Kansas City touchdown. Well, a dangerous return man showing it here.
And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 14 yards is the pickup there and a Charger first down. They'll look to throw here. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Broke through some contact, but unable to reach the 40.
Second down and 4. From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line.
4 yards the pickup, first down.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6.
Here's a give up the middle. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature and make sure you don't get hurt.
He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he is going to lose yardage here. And they call it a loss of a yard there. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
And this one is right down the middle. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3.
So not exactly the response they were hoping for, but they'll take the 3 to at least get them on the score sheet.
Yeah, now's not the time to panic. All is well. Somewhat calm. Only down 14-0. So continue to play your game, take the points when they're there, and put the emphasis on your defense to go out and get you the football back.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
And now here comes Kansas City. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. A good pickup there, 21 yards. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. They'll set up a throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
And there wasn't much room for the big tight end to do much after the catch. But at least he was able to pick up a solid gain to help his offense continue to move in the right direction.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half.
3rd down and 6.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw.
Looking right side, and it's intercepted. And the Chargers are going to take over at their own 41.
That, Charles, the first interception he's thrown here in year number 2.
And I know it's just the first one, but didn't it feel like what we saw from him last year, where he was plagued by this type of a play? And they thought that, you know, over the offseason, going into a second season, some of that would go away. Thus far, still looks a lot like his rookie year.
L.A. readies for its next possession. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT.
Chargers in good field position to start out. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Kind of a fine line when you're setting up the screen. You don't want to throw it too early and have the defense react too quickly. And you definitely don't want to throw it too late. And that way it's not formed perfectly. Got to make sure you hit it just right.
And the Chiefs D closes in on him again, and they drop him behind the line.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down. On is the Chargers punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Oh, it's a wobbler here. So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
So the completion good for 6 yards, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. They'll bring the tight end in motion right here.
2nd and 4.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it.
And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And Aiken with it over the middle. And he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers' 27-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Now this offense in midseason form here in the opener. It's 1st and 10.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
The tight end in motion right. Again, he'll drop to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the 2nd quarter. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. This just a 35-yard attempt from the left hash. And this one is right through. And they will stretch the lead now to 17-3. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
The Charger drive about to get going.
They'll throw now on the final play. He's going to float this one deep right side.
That one behind his receiver and incomplete.
So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you two in a bit. For now, plenty of early game action around the NFL to get you caught up on, so let's get to it. We'll start up at Highmark Stadium, just outside of Buffalo. And as you see, they were winners back on Thursday night. The Bills able to start the season off on the right foot as they get the win at home in their season opener.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. L.A. set to take over again on offense. And they have had their problems moving the ball through the air as we take you through some of the action from earlier. This secondary has played about as well as you can. Many times they've left this quarterback with nowhere to go with the football. The Charger drive about to get going. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
2nd and 2. Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete.
We're going to give out a little applause on that play. It has to go to the defense. More good work by them. They've taken away the passing lanes all game long, and you can see the frustration that it's causing because he just about threw that one into the first row.
And he is going to have the Chargers first down by about a yard as they're able to convert on 3rd and 2.
Now back to throw.
Now throw right side here, going to be incomplete.
A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. And the tight end goes in motion left. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw.
He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. That'll go in the books as just a 16-yard punt.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
So here's the Chiefs offense ready for their first reps in half number 2. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first. On play action, they'll throw. And he's got his man on the out route. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Just need a yard here, 2nd and 1.
They'll motion the tight end across the formation. They'll look to throw again. And he's got his man in stride, complete.
And the Chiefs are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
And now defensively, you have to look at this like the game's on the line. It's just the 3rd quarter, but another touchdown given up here, could really spell an end to their chances, so they need to toughen up and keep them out of the end zone.
And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line.
The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. A great play there. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend.
And the Chiefs are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead.
Point after try forthcoming. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points. So that drive goes 8 plays. And it winds up with the Chiefs hitting pay dirt. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away.
And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. And the LA offense ready for this next possession. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. Throwing middle, and it's complete. It'll be a gain of 5, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
And here's a handoff out of the gun.
And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Back to throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
Still in search of their 1st touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. He'll look to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And it's 3rd and 4 now.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down.
Looking to throw.
That is caught. He's got the 1st down and more.
And finally down at the 9-yard line. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
And this is an offense in need of getting a few good things to happen. Here's one right here. They've had their share of struggles in key moments, but that's a nice throw and nice work after the throw. And they're set up now with a 1st and goal.
A chance for a 1st touchdown drive of the year. It's 1st and goal.
They'll drop to throw. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown grab.
And the Chargers are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. There you go, Charles. His first touchdown pass of the new season.
And he had a strong rookie year. So much more expected of him this one, as you might imagine. He threw that one with confidence and assuredness.
And I noticed that the celebration a little bit more subdued than his first touchdown pass last year as a rookie.
Yeah, he certainly is acting like he's done it before.
Point after, right down the middle. And that cuts the lead to 24-10. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Chiefs offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And as we show you some of the highlights from earlier, he has been instrumental in getting his guys the lead as he looks to finish strong and close this one out. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Now a 2nd and 2.
At the 35-yard line.
Hands it off out of the gun. And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Chiefs 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. The gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. We're back now in KC. It's the Chiefs with the lead and the football here as we get set for quarter number 4. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Just a gain of a couple there. And it's 2nd down.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 43-yard line.
Back to throw here. This one brought in by Aiken. Only able to gain a couple there. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. They'll set up to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Hampton. And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. Here's the Chiefs punter now as he's on to kick it away. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. Well, still a long way to go, but trending upward. They scored the last time out, you remember. Then their defense forced the punt. Now they try to inch closer, but still ultimately down 2 scores in the final quarter. Being chased out left. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. He'll look to throw. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here, he throws it away, and now it's 3rd. The Chargers on 3rd down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is 3rd and 8. He'll drop to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. On is the Chargers punter now, as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. It'll be just an 18-yard punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Out now the Chiefs offensive unit ready to do battle again.
And as we look back at how we got here, you'll notice a common theme in these highlights. A lot of yardage through the air. The passing game has been sharp right from the outset. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
From the gun, he'll hand this off. Pushing his way inside the 40. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. They'll look to throw here. And he's got his man in stride, complete. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that will bring up second down.
Brings up second and 5 at the Chargers' 31-yard line.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. He's going to be a yard short. Needed 2, but only got 1. Fourth down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a fourth down?
And his kick is indeed good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So that almost certainly the final piece to this puzzle, a 3-score lead. I don't think there's any coming back from there.
But, you know, normally I'd get on you for giving up on the game right here, but I do think you're right in this case. This late in the game, 2 scores is tough enough. 3, I'm with you. That seems out of the question.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
The Chargers offense gets set. They head back onto the field.
And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, to be frank, not to be proud of here as they trail big in this fourth quarter.
Quick hitter here. It's complete. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it'll be second down. They're going to look to throw. Over the middle, it's complete. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's a second down and 9.
Back to throw again. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 44-yard line. They'll set up a throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Fletcher.
3 yards to go on second down, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. Jumbo set.
Over the middle, complete. It's Fletcher. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 26. Wide open receiver, complete. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown.
And the Chargers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth.
Extra point attempt here still to come. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. So this drive spans 7 plays. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the Chiefs are going to make the recovery. The risk-reward of the onside kick, when you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
2nd and 10 at the 44-yard line.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. The first down line at the 34 here on 3rd down. And he nearly got the first himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or 2 short. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. From the left hash, this will be a 52-yard attempt. And this won't get there, won't be on line either. It's no good, off to the right, and the lead will hold at 10. Charles, all things considered, I guess that's not a critical miss at this stage, is it?
No, but still everything helps when you're trying to finish off a ball game. And you're right, not critical in terms of the scoreboard and the team, but the guy with the golden foot, he knows he's only as good as his last kick.
This is 1st and 10.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
2nd and 3.
Got his man complete over the middle. That's Fletcher.
1 timeout at their disposal, but more pressing is the need for 2 scores, obviously. Here's 1st and 10.
And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
Another try. 2nd and 10 now.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete.
And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 18. And the officials here are going to pause the game for a second. Looks like there's an injured Chief on the field. Here's 1st down.
Again, he'll drop to throw. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. Well, he caught it right at the line of scrimmage, and before he could even think about advancing it forward, he got hit.
Great tackling, because that's what you're taught. Don't give up yards after the catch, and most offenses make a living off of yards after catch. Those hidden yards that may not go into the score sheet, but they count big for moving the ball and stretching the field. Really nice open field tackle.
Well, this one's had a season's worth of thrills already, and it's still week 1. Here's 3rd down now.
And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
That means there's just one last chance left, and this has to be a 1st down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
And his kick is right there. It's good, and this is back down to a 7-point game. So we're back to a 1-score game, and now you figure we'll likely see an onside kick.
Yeah, they've only got the 1 timeout remaining, so I think they've got to take a chance at getting the ball back.
And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very
Well, this was not just the opener of a brand new